Hello folks, I'm Gwendolyn. Today I'm going to start a new video project where I explain how to choose the patronage for each hero. I won't talk about the petative skills, but only about the bonuses they grant through the patronage. As physicists do, I will speak also on the ideal condition, so all heroes and pets will be maxed out. The hero I want to start with is my favorite, Celeste. Celeste can have two pets, Merlin and Axel. Let's talk about Merlin, and let's have a look at his patronage skill. It increases the speed of his master skills that inflict magic damage, which means, in the case of Celeste, the speed of her basic attack thanks to the ability Zenith, and the cooldown of her second skill, White Knight. The best way to explain this is with a visual example. If needed, you can see it again in slow motion. In any case, my Merlin is far to be maxed, and his speed increase is only about 32%. We can also notice how Celeste, with Merlin patronage, inflict more damage. Okay? Yeah, Martha is pretty tough. We know she was a tank. Okay, still few seconds to kill Martha. Okay, here is my Merlin. As I said, far to be maxed. Now, let's see Merlin bonuses. Magic attack and magic penetration, both almost 10,000. So Celeste, who already have this value in magic attack and magic penetration, with Merlin's reaches magic attack more than 109,000 and magic penetration about 32,000. But what do these numbers mean? The magic attack affects the extent of the healing and the amount of damage Celeste can inflict. Magic penetration indicates how much magic defense can be ignored in dealing damage. I briefly remember the calculation formula. If you want, one day we can look at it in detail. For the moment, it's enough to say that 3000 points in defense avoid 50% of the damage, and 9000 points 75%. If magic penetration is greater than a hero's magic defense, the magic damage will be dealt at 100%. But there is no additional damage in case the magic penetration is much greater than the defense. So sometimes having an exaggerated magic penetration doesn't bring many benefits. Celeste, normal magic penetration is about 22,000. Which hero has a higher magical defense? Astaroth, Chaba, Cornelius, Dorian, Heidi, Helios, Yet, Jorgen, Judge, Kai, Krista, Lion, Marcus, Martha, Maya, Mojo, Morrigan, Orion, Peppy, Phobos, and Thea. So, all heroes not mentioned, including the best mage dealer like Kyria, Kark, Yasmin, and Lars, have a lower magic defense and already take 100% damage from Celeste, regardless of Merlin's presence. I'm not taking into account any defense or attack or magic penetration artifacts, or the presence of Faceless in the group, because I don't want to talk for hours, but there are still variables to always keep in mind. Let's talk about Axel now. Let's look at Axel bonuses. Same magic attack like Merlin and armor, always about 10,000. With Axel, Celeste still reaches magic attack 109,000, so the extent of the healing and the damage dealt is exactly the same as with Merlin. Celeste armor is 3,600 and little. Well, she actually fights in a batik suit, so. With Axel, she reaches 30,600.
Which means?
From an absorption of about 50% of the damage, she gets an absorption of more than 80% of the damage. The difference is remarkable. Obviously, the value of the armor itself remains quite low and can be easily overcome by the armor penetration of every warrior and marksman. And here Axel patronage skill comes into play. The damage suffered in an attack cannot exceed 45% of the health of Celeste. So, with life points about 289,000, the maximum damage she can take is about 130,000, which is considerably less than what a Kark critic or a Cornelius special would inflict. Another visual example can help. Celeste, without Axel, dies due to a critical hit. Okay, here, thanks to Astaroth, she gets resurrected. With Axel, she survives. against my Axel is far to be maxed, and his reaction is about 50%. So now we have all elements to decide if our Celeste needs an increase in attack or an improvement in her defense. See you in about 2-3 weeks, maybe more, for the next hero. If you have any special requests, write them in the comment. Ciao!